Yeah. Good evening. How is everybody doing? As you can tell, I cut my hair again, and I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing today, so I cleaned my studio. Yeah, I got that bored. Uh, didn't really have anything else to talk about. Didn't have anything to do today. I wanted to make a video, but I didn't have any games that I could really play to make a good video out of. It's been a while since I've made anything in any of the series I started, so I might have to figure out where I ended those so I can kick back up on them. But today, I figured I'd just talk to you guys. Have a nice chat. Well, as you can tell, things have been moved. You got two new guys back here. Yeah. Also got this. Pretty happy for it. See if y'all can see it. Can you see yourself? I'm on. Can you see the words? There you go. Yeah. Oh, I got Grovac engraved onto a knife for me. I'm happy for it. I like it. You know, you got these things and not many people talk about it anymore. That nobody really ever thinks into. Which I can't really think of one right now. Give me a minute and I'll think of one. Okay, I got something. First we're going to talk about video games real quick. As most of you know, people play video games all the time, and it's a fun thing to do. It's a time passer, and they're enjoyable. And when it comes to children and video games, this is where things get kind of iffy, because grown-ups think that video games are just a toy, something for kids to play so they don't have to do things they don't want to do. But if you think about it, I posted this on my Facebook, so if you guys follow it, you probably read it. But depending on who you are, and depending on what kind of person you really are, really, depends on whether those video games are actually a medicine to you. If you were to ground a seriously depressed person who has contemplated suicide often, and you were to ground them from video games, and that was their only way of like calming down and being happy, you're doing more harm than you are good. Video games can help with stress, help with your multitasking. They give you a brighter imagination, and they make people happy. They're a fun thing to do. So if you're going to ground a child from a game, make sure it's not something that's making it where they don't do something very, very bad. Nobody wants to see a kid do that. Nobody likes seeing kids upset. But I'm not saying you can't ground them from video games. If you ground a kid from a video game, just make sure that they're not using it as a medicine, basically. And on the next topic, I've heard a lot of people talking about this. You see it all the time. I have people posting it on Facebook, really. I've seen it. It's got a... I'll try to find it and put a picture of it on the video, but it's got a genders, religion, and age. You got the genders are both male, being together as in a relationship, and then you got the religion is two different religions being in a relationship, and then you got the age. It shows a 10 and a 36-year-old. I'm not saying it shows an actual 10 and 36-year-old. It's little people figures. Like I said, you've probably seen the picture if I put it up. But I've thought a lot into that too, and actually did my research to try to figure out why people are having such a fit over it. Because I don't really get into much people's business. I don't like to get involved with other people's business when it has nothing to do with me. I don't like to go and put myself out there to anger other people So if any of this stuff possibly angers you, any of these topics, then just go watch one of my other videos. They might cheer you up. But yes, the age thing where it says 10 and 36. A lot of people are having a problem with that because it's a 10-year-old dating a 36-year-old. And I need to stop twisting back and forth in my chair. I do that too often. I'm going to stare right into the camera. But if you think about it, and if you actually look it up, it is not illegal for a 10-year-old to date a 36-year-old. It is actually legal as long as there is no sexual contact. If there's no sexual contact, then it's legal. If there is, then it is illegal. But there is no actual law against actually loving somebody. So if a 10-year-old did love a 36-year-old, then it's perfectly fine as long as they're not having any sexual contact between them. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's a bit disturbing, but it's also okay. It's just weird to see someone that young with an older person. That's all it is. That's what a lot of people have problems in, and I'm turning back and forth in my chair again. I need to quit. But along the same route as that there's also a bunch of things I've been seeing on Facebook about people who are getting married or going out with their step nieces and step nephews. I had to think of the word real quick. And people are oversighting this too. They don't think it through. They go straight to the basics. Like, here, let me give you a topic. Let's say your sister is dating a guy. That guy has a younger daughter. You fall in love with this younger daughter, and you want to go out with her. There's nothing illegal about it, and there's nothing wrong with it. If you think about it here a little bit more. Most people jump to the conclusion is you're going to have deformed children. Now, if you can tell me why, I'm open to it, because it's freaking impossible for a deformed child. Well, not impossible, but it's not likely for a deformed child to be born from two people who are not actually related. They are not blood relatives. So there's nothing illegal about it. There's nothing morally wrong with it. It's just two people who like each other, who would like to be with each other. And as long as they're not blood relatives, there's nothing wrong with it. And I see so many people get mad because they think of it the other way around, like you're actually dating your actual just niece or nephew, not your step niece or your step nephew. There's a big difference there. You're not related, so there's actually nothing wrong with it. It's just frowned upon because it's a bit weird. But if you don't like weird, why the hell you watch YouTube? Almost everything on YouTube is weird. I hit my fucking knee on the desk again. Let's talk about what's next. We talked about games and relationships. I don't think I got anything else really to talk about. Nothing's really crossed my mind here recently. You know what I don't understand? I don't understand why YouTube gets so fucking angry when you use copywritten music. Especially when you put in the video who the song is sung by and who owns it. Sometimes they allow it, sometimes they don't. Every time I've tried it, they don't allow it. Well, minus my older videos that I have no longer access to. Put music in those and they allowed them, but why do they have such a problem with it? The person's getting more, well, more attention to that song, basically. They're getting more attention and more money if the person goes out and buys the song. But I understand why they don't allow it if you don't put their the name and creators of the song in it. So that's always good. But if you do that and still get flagged for copyrighted music, or another thing, I'm sorry I jumped topic, but in video games, when a video game uses music, why the hell do they get so cranky about it? They get so mad that a video game uses copywritten music, which if anyone was smart, they would buy the legal rights to own that music so you wouldn't get copywritten, because they know people are going to make videos on video games. It's fun. It's something people like to do. So when someone does that, it's kind of dumb to just let it take down a video because it's a song in a game. Sometimes that song means a lot. Like, if any of you have seen my Life is Strange videos, the reason there's so many ads in that is because I let the copyright stay. I didn't care that I wouldn't be getting money or nothing from it. I didn't do it for money. But in Life is Strange, without the music, the game's kind of bland. It's boring. There's no detail. And it was bad enough my game lagged, so the music was necessary. But in games like that, you kind of need the music. I just hit my knee again. I need to stop doing that. I think I've talked about almost everything I have to talk about. Have nothing really left to talk about. I might have actually just found a video game I can play for you guys. So if a video comes up after this, yeah. But if you guys enjoyed what I have talked about, or if I have made you angry in some way, leave a comment down below. Talk to me. I have a lot of wisdom for someone my age. I've seen a lot, I've learned a lot. If you think I'm wrong, or you want to correct me on something, or want to talk to me about something, leave a comment down below. My business email, if anyone would like to contact me, will be in the description. And subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed this. There are videos often, not recently, but there will be when things get more in control. But there are plenty of videos on the channel for you to watch. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and don't forget to live, laugh, love, and game on!